Panama City, the last big stop before sailors set off across the Pacific Ocean.
It is so hot here. I'm just drenched. Everything is drenched.
A city known for its relentless heat, its labyrinth of shops, and overwhelming hustles.
Are you ready to go sailing?
Sailors have a love-hate relationship with this place.
This is broken, okay? We don't have this.
Finding the right parts, stocking up on groceries, visiting doctors and dentists, all while surviving the sweltering heat.
It's a El Nino year, which means there's just not that much wind out there, especially in the Pacific. So we're decided to buy these 15-gallon tanks.
It's a rite of passage for those chasing months of freedom in the South Pacific.
How much?
97 cents a liter, and it was. We often will go to doctors in foreign countries.
All for a single-minded goal: freedom from civilization.
What's going on, Ben? How's it getting help these days?
Where's your shadow, Ash?
It's right underneath me, dude. Okay, go drive, man. It's kind of crazy to think we're not going to be around land for 30 days, though.
I'm Ben, that's Ashley. Together, we did the unimaginable. We sold everything and then set off on a mission to sail around the world.
Civilization. See you later.
Fishing competition, man. I think I win.
This is gonna be awesome.
After 38 countries, over 40,000 nautical miles, and welcoming 2 kids along the way, we are on our second lap around the world.
It's definitely harder cruising with kids, but it's really rewarding, and it's been a lot of fun having them along for the ride. And that's what this is all about. Meeting people, seeing beautiful places, and the beautiful world that we live in.
Subscribe to follow the adventure as we live a life at sea.
I have no idea what's gonna happen.
We've been at this marina here in Panama for 2 weeks. It's been lovely, plugged into air conditioning and power, but it's also been dirty, hot, very hot, and muggy. 7 years later, and we're heading back across the Pacific. I never thought in a million years we'd be going again. And we're doing it again with kids, of all things. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. I kind of know what to expect. I kind of don't know what to expect, because it's with kids, and like, I don't have any expectations perhaps, other than crystal clear waters, beautiful diving, and no marinas.
Look at no shadow.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
12 o'clock noon in Panama, and there is no shadow. It is absolutely insane. I've never seen this before.
We have a little girl, Willa. She's gentle, loving, and sassy all at the same time. She's a perfect little 4-year-old. When she was born, we struggled hard as first-time parents. She constantly had rashes and lost a lot of weight. Nobody really knew why. Eventually, we figured out she was born with a severe allergy to dairy. So severe that we've had to administer many EpiPens over the years from accidental exposures.
So we're going to the doctor today. So we often will go to doctors in foreign countries. We do not have insurance for this, and we pay out of pocket, but it is generally a lot less expensive. So I'm busily looking in my purse for my phone, which I'm holding and talking to you on. So there you go. That's how good I am today. We're ready.
We're back at the allergist here in Panama City to give out Willa, our little angel over there, the medication that we bought in South Africa.
One of the things we've learned over the years is that medication costs vary significantly from country to country. Wealthier countries often have higher priced medications because consumers can afford to pay more.
But by administering this medication, hopefully it gives her a level of tolerance, just a little bit more tolerance to exposures to her allergies.
We've had a lot of comments on the channel about we should go home, we should go give her immunotherapy now.
Immunotherapy isn't a cure. It's not a cure. There's no, it sometimes isn't even effective. And as soon as you stop, it can become less effective. The same with this drug. It's an expensive drug. It's called Xolair. And it is effective while you're on it, but there's studies showing that once you come off of it, it stops working. What's great is there is access to medical care here, and we're privileged enough to be able to afford the private healthcare that is here, and there is a private healthcare system here, and there is almost like tourism relating to it. So because of that, we're able to get in, and there's facilities for people like us who are traveling, and it's great.
In general, the doctors here in Panama are fantastic. We've had great doctors in Thailand. Ashley went through pregnancies there. We're pretty happy with healthcare abroad. I just got a dentist appointment done, and you get the appointment the next day. You know, you're in and out within half an hour, 120 bucks. You know, it's good. 2 hours at the skin doctor. I got something zapped right here and on my back, and I actually got major zappage.
In a few areas that they're just worried about zapped, mostly the nose. Guys, put lots of sunscreen on your nose. This is years and years of sun abuse.
How much was it?
It was $4.25. So Bodhi got checked. No, Bodhi, this way, bud. Bodhi got checked. I got checked, and Ben got checked, and for all the cryo. So, you know, it's a lot of money still, but it's worth it.
We've decided to have a little safety insurance on our diesel. It's a El Nino year, which means there's just not that much wind out there, especially in the Pacific. So we're decided to buy these 15-gallon tanks, 4 more of them, and just kind of make sure that we get there in time. Not in time, but we get there in a reasonable time. It's just too scary to be sitting out there with 2 little kids and just floating about. That's just not our style. I'm sorry.
We have like a fuel burn or fuel calculation spreadsheet, and we can actually sort of figure out exactly what we're going to need to get places. And it helps us a lot when we're planning for fuel, and also in calculating how much is left in our reserves. But we have working fuel gauges, and the jerry cans are pretty easy to tell how full they are. It's like full, not full.
We have 260 liters in our built-in tanks on the boat, which gives us 4.3 days. These yellow jerry cans give us another 4 days of motoring. We've motored across the Buddy's taking a leak to the trampoline like a dog. We motored from Papua New Guinea all the way up to Palau because it was cyclone season, and we actually dodged a brewing cyclone in the Louisiades in Papua New Guinea. We've motored parts of the way across the Indian Ocean because it was also becoming cyclone season there. We've motored all the way up the coast of Brazil at times because there's no wind. We've motored 4 days to the Galapagos on the last circumnavigation, and another 3 days coming out of the Galapagos into the Southeast Trades. So there's simply sometimes no wind.
A lot of boats around here, you'll see they have jerry cans lining it, and that's because it's notorious coming out of Panama that there's no wind, and then there's, of course, that ITCZ zone that you hit on your way out, and you're gonna hit it. Some people drift. We aren't drifters.
We're not drifters, and we also have very little children aboard, so it does become a safety issue for me if someone were to be sick, whether it's heat stroke, some sort of, you know, infection or anything else, and you need to be able to sometimes just put the pedal to the metal and go. Sometimes that means going upwind, backwards. Other times it means just heading faster to your destination, or it might mean meeting up with a freighter or another vessel that has medical supplies. So for us, it's a safety issue as well as just a comfort issue of not being out there as long.
I am never again going to the park after like 8 a.m. and before 6 p.m. It is so hot here. I am like, I'm just drenched. Everything is drenched. Like, I'm soaking wet. And all I did was walk from the park to here. But it is super cool here because we did see a mama sloth and a baby sloth on the way. See? Isn't that cool? Wow. There's a baby and a mama in there.
We can see their noses.
The baby's like sleeping on the mama's belly. Yeah.
They're having a nap.
The last time we were here, we were anchored out there. No air conditioning. And an anteater swam out to our boat. Like an anteater. It was the weirdest thing we've ever had in our entire lives happen. Like, we've never had anything quite that weird since.
No. I don't want to put my hands near them though, like. No, the claws on them.
Yeah. So I was thinking, this is a bigger pole then. This thing?
Yeah.
Use the bigger pole. How are you feeling? Chaos, eh? Mass chaos. Oh, claws.
Did the credit card work?
Yeah.
Okay, how much was it?
97 cents a liter and it was $596.
Wow.
Whoa.
Our ticket to freedom, $596.
30 days at sea. What are you going to do every day for something fun for your children? And that's the biggest challenge. I like to have something creative for them to do every day. Some days it's just paper and markers. So we like to have lots of markers. It turns out when you have a 2-year-old, they leave the cap off and they dry out. It happens. So we have lots of markers, and then paints are always fun. So you have to have paper, paints. I don't know, I'm overwhelmed. This is a very long aisle of stationery supplies for me. I haven't seen this much in a while. 30 days, and then after that, there's not a lot of shops for quite a ways after that. So things like feta cheese and stuff like that might be hard to come by. I have 90 eggs, amongst other things. We eat meat, so I'm going to fill the freezer with meat. And hopefully to catch a fish as we get closer when it's getting gone. And you can see this, we had a cancer removal, so I've had a spot taken off. This is my 1 cart of fresh. I'll put this away and then I'll pick up the last of it tomorrow. And yeah, it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure this is a great game. Bodhi, stand back, you'll get whacked by a stick, buddy.
It's called Whack the Palm Tree. A soft spot for fans.
I'm like, you're not buying another one. He just bought one.
This is a sweet little fan. It's small, compact. It's like a...
It's 110 volts, our boat is 220.
Yeah, I have a 110 inverter. But fans are awesome for like keeping the boat cool, yet not using a lot of electricity. I love fans. I'll buy a fan any day of the week. Anyway.
The biggest part about provisioning is actually packing it away. And right now I'm left with all the junk food because I have nowhere to put it. But Ben has just given me this new locker and I'm really excited. This used to be our, like...
It's huge.
Less space this trip. Diapers take up room, although the kids are both potty trained now, which is excellent. So a lot less diapers than the last passage we've done. The flour is the biggest one, I think. Takes up a lot of space and a lot more pasta. I probably bought more pasta than I used to. Evening ritual on Nahoa right now. We take the kids scootering after the sun has gone down. Bedtime shifted here. Wouldn't you say we're about an hour later?
Yeah, it's just too hot in Panama. You have to go out after dark to get any exercise or any sanity.
And in the afternoons it's been cloudy, it's been good, but still it's better after dark. Really, it's better.
It's nice after dark. It's like warm, really warm tropics after dark. It's beautiful.
It's hot. It's still very hot here at night. It's absolutely wonderful. Like you could be sitting in a bikini right now.
Sweating.
Sitting still.
I really look forward to getting south of the equator and into the Marquesas where it's going to be perfectly calm.
A few degrees cooler.
Probably 5, maybe 10 Celsius.
Yeah, anyway, the kids love it too. There's this excellent causeway out here in Amador. It's really a beautiful thing they've done with this huge long causeway with parks along it that goes all along the waterfront to Panama City Old Town and Panama City. Newtown. Anyway, we've been taking advantage of it over here. We don't always get the opportunity to have land like this, and it's really been sweet. The kids are really loving the scootering. Willa's hell and gone, and Bodhi's still chilling here. We got them all lit up though. It's pretty good, right? Do you always take pictures before you start taking things apart?
Yeah, I always take a picture before I take something apart, and then I reference it. One of the last things we're doing before we set sail across the Pacific is change out our water maker membranes. Water makers are kind of cool, I think. I mean, they make fresh water out of salt. But it requires a lot of pressure, and basically all that's inside is a filter. This is just a big ass high pressure filter, and we have 3 of them in this configuration, and you just simply slide out the old one and you slide in the new one. It's really simple.
And check, there's another thing off the list. Ben has been a machine of getting things done. I have been too. It seems like a little less, honestly, it's a little less like, I think rewarding doing the like food and provisioning and putting it away, because you put it all away, no one sees any difference. I mean, you can tell that we have a bit of fruit behind me. But other than that, I guess people are grateful as you get a month out and you're still eating food.
Before I get going, I always put my boat in full throttle to see if I can break something. I know it's counterintuitive, but I'd rather something break out here, in here, than out there. Alright, I think we're good to go on this engine.
Good job, Bodhi.
We've replaced the raw water pump, taken some hoses off, the coolant hoses, and resealed them. I've installed a temperature probe and a new blower fan. It actually crapped out today while I was working on it, so I was pretty stoked about that. I always love it when stuff breaks while I'm working and stuff. You don't need to get in there. The boat is ready. Oil is changed. Jack lines are run. Safety gear is on board. Food is aboard. Fuel is aboard. I mean, it's clean. I washed it. We're ready to go.
Oh my gosh, I've got so many owies from all the work we've been doing. Ah. You know, my last load of laundry, gotta get that in the shot too. Yeah?
Do you realize that was the last time you stepped on land for 30 days?
Oh my gosh. Yikes, that's crazy.
Say bye-bye.
Bye, Panama. Bye, La Playa. Honestly, it feels good. Feels really good to be leaving time. It's kind of crazy to think we're not going to be around land for 30 days, though. It's actually a lot. It's the longest we've been without seeing land ever. Well, we'll probably see them, the Galapagos, as we drive by them, but we won't stop. So this will be the longest passage we've ever done non-stop.
We're doing 8-9 knots downwind out of the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to be an interesting sleigh ride. We're forecasted to kind of run out of wind in about 3 days, but before that, they get a little gusty, a little windy. We'll see. We'll take it while we got it. What do you think, Mom?
I thought we were going to have a calm motor out of here. It's gone quite hectic. It's fast. We have a rooster tail right now.
Woo! That's incredible.